trails.
So, welcome back, Trailblazers. Data trecută, după ce ați primit acest secret treasure map de la Lady Emerald, the keeper, caretaker and master of the Adventurers Guild in Tightcrest, v-ați hotărât să lăsați acest mic orășel în urmă și să mergeți spre un alt sistem ciudat de caverne și underground caverns pentru a găsi acest secret treasure, ci că lăsat în acest loc de un legendary pirate în urmă cu foarte mulți ani. După 2-3 zile de mers în partea de sud de Tightcrest, you've let the shores behind you, ați început să începeți să escaladați dealurile și munții din zonă și până la urmă ați găsit intrarea și you were met by these giant mutated magical crabs cu care ați început să vă bateți. Echo a fost făcut unconscious, dar într-un final, by the power of the Fel Magic ce curge prin ea, și-a revenit, s-a trezit înapoi to consciousness și teleported away și ați reușit să învingeți the crabs. You went deeper into the cavern system. Ce? Ce ne vine? Tot ok?
Da, carry on, ignor. Le-am pus jos, gata, le-am pus jos.
Și ați mers mai departe inside of the cavern system, așteptându-vă să vă întâlniți probabil cu more crabs and to find the secret treasure. But to your amazement, inside of this cavern was an underground lake inhabited by an ancient sea turtle, an ancient guardian of Rea Silva herself, that has lived for thousands of years and has witnessed even a great war against the gods themselves. It seems that one of the gods, the god of war and tyranny, rebelled against the other 7 gods, and they allianced themselves and defeated him, and he went deep inside into the core of this world, of Orstera, to sleep and to gather his strength for a second comeback, basically, and for a second fight. Ronan, harboring this resentment, this hatred towards Rea Silva, whose dominion is the forests and the lakes and rivers, seas and oceans of the world. You've let yourself be controlled by your rage and emotions and wanted to attack this creature. Your friend and companion Albert, să zicem Albert din data asta, for a reason, he intervened, and instead of letting you attack this ancient guardian, you've attacked him and drew blood. Într-un moment de luciditate, să zicem, ați discutat with the sea turtle și a fost dispusă să-ți dea un drop of its blood. Using your powers as a reaper, you've drank the blood, and immediately, because of the magic and those memories and because of its powers, you immediately went into a coma and became unconscious. And you've been shown by divine intervention or not a vision of how it might have been and felt when the waters of the world came into existence. How souls came and mortal creatures came into existence that inhabited those waters and the forests of Orstera, and how it felt them dying and being born again. you were given the opportunity of saving your family from the Empire's carnage and desire for destruction, and you saved them, but in return others then rebelled against the Empire, and other battles ensued, and you intervened here and there, and at some point you were overwhelmed and decided to just stay your hand and do nothing. At the end of your vision, you witnessed the form of Rea Silva, bloodied, muddied and încărcată, murdară de all the sins of the world, and by all this bloodshed and the wars that the world of Ostera has seen since its birth. Echo, you also tried to create a bond with the ancient sea creature, but it didn't work. Like with Momoka, who you know now is an ancient dragon, their magic is too powerful for you to understand and to make a bond with them for now. And the turtle said something interesting regarding Ursa hating herself, or maybe hate e un cuvânt prea puternic, harboring a resentment against herself for creating this world. And this in return created some sort of chaos or something irregular, something disonant, ca și în Lord of the Rings, de altfel. Și că asta creează un fel de ciclu al distrugerii, al creației, al războaielor și așa mai departe. The turtle also you've also shown the turtle your memories, and you also found out, Ronan, that inside of you, Ego, this shadow entity that came from Albert himself, that you've consumed, somehow still lives inside of you. And you decided to make a pact with this entity. Basically making a void pact and giving him a new form. Ceea ce oricum deja făceai de ceva timp. Se pare că void avatarul tău, care tot nu schița nimic și nu avea nicio emoție și era gol, era de fapt some sort of a vessel for Ego himself, that he was constantly trying to possess, basically, sau era o manifestare a lui. Și din ce în ce mai mult putea să se manifeste tot mai mult. You've looted everything, all the treasures that were left on the turtle's back and at the bottom of the lake, and scattered in these underwater ruins. And you've made an agreement with the turtle that if you can procure some sort of a spell or an ability that can shrink its form, you can bring it outside into the ocean, and in return this creature will try to find other titans of old, other guardians of the other gods, and Rea Silva herself, to change the course of the Empire's foolishness and of the foolishness of this world, because their goal is to guide the mortal children of Ursa, which is you. Și o să continuăm aici. E the 12th of Nightal, seara în jur de 10 și ceva. And the curtain opens and the stage is yours.
Administrative question. Echo, do you take the boots of speed or not?
Items. Yes.
Of course.
Nu mai știu, am zis că am luat dice-ul, dar era ideea că cine a luat ăia de descurat? Ai luat tu, Renaud.
Doing
And
boots
don't-
in car.
Da, și nu trebuie ție the boots of speed, Carabas.
I mean, I don't want to get two items from this. It could only
ce
be
mi-ai luat?
fair that you take the
Javelin.
You have the javelin. You take the boots of speed. You are the one who's going in front. You need to
Javelinul nici noi...
go from one to another. I think I have to
Tunable.
rethink my strategy. So I don't need the boots as of right now because
I take
just
I take the boots.
maybe.
Okay, I'm going
I
to
need
stop
to-
you right
I need
there.
to
I'll
fight.
take boots and push them in your hands. You take them because undoubtedly you will eventually make the wrong mistake or the wrong
mistake
wrong-
is right.
the wrong mistake is right indeed. So when you realize, Silver Ash,
Do you really want her to be... to put herself in danger even faster with the boots?
I would
I'm
like
not
to
putting my.
think- I would like to.
She can
Silver Ash.
escape faster
Listen.
too, right?
Chicken is
I'm
dead.
I'm listening.
I guess that's a
Okay.
good point. You could take the boots.
It's unanimous, Silver Ash. Take the boots.
All right, I shall take the boots. Are they pretty though?
Transmute.
Ce boots? Care dintre cele două le iei?
Boots of speed, right?
Boots of
Yes,
speed or the boots of flying? The boots of speed?
I'm taking the
Yes.
boots of flying.
Fine, I shall take them. I do not wish to be stuck like I was in this previous battle. However, rest assured, all of you, I shall rethink my strategy. There are some mistakes were made. I can admit that. Not quite. There's one piece missing, I think, from the puzzle. There's something else missing that I need to figure out exactly how to not fall in battle. I shall.
I understand your desire to be up close and front, but perhaps it is more prudent to whittle your enemies down a bit from distance and then close in.
Yeah, I don't know
together.
what I was thinking. I do not wish to be up front with giant monsters and creatures. Like I have no idea why this happened. I shall be more careful next time. And this might help. Maybe if I do find myself in a tricky situation, I can just run. I was used to running. I always ran away, but I don't know.
Additionally, Silver Ash, you know I have
Yeah.
the ability to get out of sticky situations. So you might want to control your impulses to possibly jump to my aid every once in a while.
Jump to your aid. No, what are you talking about? Yes, I can now. I also have the ability to run away from danger. So, yeah, you take care of yourself better, and yes, this shall not happen again.
Agreed.
Yes. Now, unde suntem exact noi acum?
So, the
Stai,
boots,
ne
ca
pe
să
drum?
nu spun la întrebare, they are leather boots.
Așa.
Și îs din alea cum mai desenai tu, nu știu cum să-ți explic,
Ok.
cu îs întoarse așa cumva în partea de sus, să ajung
da,
până
da,
aproape
da,
de genunchi,
văd.
like those pirates, those, știi, boots, ceva de genul ăsta.
Interesting.
Da, ok.
Și voi acum
Cum le
ați
echipez?
părăsit,
Că nu știu pe ce dau să le echipez.
Nu e echipat.
Not equipped. Ba da, acum l-am echipat. Stai, acum am descoperit.
Ai un scut acolo.
Da, pe scut. Așa, ok, mersi. Ok, I shall change my blue boots with these, I guess. Yes.
Ok.
And I shall attune to them. Dar depinde unde suntem. N-am înțeles. Unde suntem pe drum acum sau...
Păi eu din câte am
De
înțeles
pauză.
n-am plecat, n-ați plecat încă. Adică acum ce ați lăsat
Ah,
asta în urmă și plecați din the cave. So depinde de voi, dacă vreți să vă dați un long rest inside of the cave. Posibil să mai fie giant mutated crabs care sunt afectate de magia de la The Guardian.
I would appreciate some fresh air if we are all
Ok.
in agreement. Can we get out of
Yes.
Space, please.
I think we got what
We-
we need.
Right. Agreed. Additionally, we're on a tight schedule. We're expected back in our place of origin.
Ok. Atunci o să zic că
Yes.
petreceți cam jumătate de oră, 40 de minute ca să părăsiți this cave. Heavy with all the gold and the platinum and the silver pieces that you can carry. Heavily loaded with some new shiny magical items, and you begin to descend, and you've arrived on the shores of the coastlands again. The beautiful golden sands now flicker with silver light as the rays of the sisters begin to emerge from the horizon. It is nighttime.
Keeping, fără să-și dea nimeni seama, I keep looking like between Kerbus and Renault. Vreau să fiu atentă.
Okay.
Just the whole way back.
Yeah, I'm fucking awkward, so I probably will be avoiding Renault the whole time.
And me too. I will be avoiding Renault the whole time.
You're avoiding yourself? All right. Good to see. Yep.
Ok.
Ok.
Ăla
we
party
reach a
marker.
beach.
O dispărut party markerul. Ok.
Deci caut tot felul de ocupații care să mă cam țină departe de Renault.
Ok.
Foraging, I suppose, looking for herbs. I would even go as far as to say I'd probably begin setting up the base for one of the potions, which needs to brew 3 days, but
Unde? Pe the shore?
no, just got, the chopping board and the old herbalist's knife, and I begin cutting up a blood root and some
Ah,
thimbleberries.
Ok.
Oricum, știi, ceasul sau așa, nu facem, ne așezăm la un camp sau ceva, sau nu mai n-am făcut niciun long rest de când am venit, de-aia zic,
Nu?
s-a întâmplat
E
toate
noapte.
astea,
E noapte.
e noapte, ar trebui să ieșim afară și hai să căutăm un loc să ne, like, rest for the evening,
Sure.
and you can
Yeah.
chop your plants there. Let's rest, find a the safest place we can find to rest.
De fapt.
You can chop your things there, and maybe we can actually sleep.
Ok.
I think I need to rest.
Also,
Very good.
Mitch, I would keep, just out of sheer paranoia, I would keep an eye out to see if maybe I spot Fern anywhere.
Fern.
Fern, yes.
Ok, fă un perception check, te rog.
Un perception check, zice, uite, o zis perception. Ah, ok.
Da. Deci eu 58.
58.
Încercăm.
Scuze, ce ai zis? O cauți pe făr?
Vezi că stă cu ochii, așa să văd dacă nu-i foarte prin zonă.
Ok. Te uiți în jur. You do see some multicolored birds that are nocturnal, and they begin to like hover, and they begin to, nu știu, și cânte the mating sounds everywhere, emitting their mating sounds. You do see like all sorts of beast-like creatures, like the small rodents and stuff like that are they are getting scared because of your movement and run away, but you don't see any ferns.
No ferns.
No ferns.
Damn it.
It's too dry for ferns.
Sure.
You sound almost disappointed.
Yeah, I don't know why.
O să zic că pe partea cu perception-ul ăla o să vezi pe una dintre stâncile din stânga cum te uiți tu, cred că sunt peste 100 de papagai care dorm cumva băgați în... mănâncă din piatra aia, se vede cum e tot mâncată și tot așa iau bucăți din ea cu timpul cu ciocul și stau acolo sprinși și dorm acolo.
Well, they seem to be having a ball.
I am making camp.
I am making fire.
Ok.
Do you have that flint thing? That magical flint thingy that can make magical campfire?
The hell I do. His lordship has it. He's the cook master.
Ah, yes. Lord Agent had. Well, then I shall make fire, firebolt.
Ok, oricum ai control, poți să-ți controlezi flăcările și...
Yeah, punem lemnele și facem firebolt și avem saj de dormit, găsim un loc cât de uscat, vreau un loc uscat, I'm sick of the water,
Yeah.
so I can just, and I want to dry my clothes, like,
Sunt patches of
Efectiv.
like dry grass and such pe nisip și puteți să vă...
Carabas, give me my other clothes, so I can go change.
He walks away from you.
No. You have my spare set of clothes, right, in your bag. I need to change. These are all wet and salty. And I follow him, like, give me my clothes. This is not funny anymore. My hair is wet, my clothes are wet, my feet are cold and wet, and I was speared through by a giant crab. Give me my... No.
Manners. Where's your
Please
manners,
give me-
master?
Please
Can I give her
give
the
me
goddamn
my
clothes?
clothes. Yes, thank you. And I go change and come back with my wet clothes so I can hang them out to dry by the fire. I hate water. Suc și părul. My lord, where is our... Oh, right, Agent is not with us. Glumesc, guys, glumesc. Let's laugh it off.
Go on to rabbit or something. You're good at this.
I do crave some rabbit meat, yes. However, I'm pretty sure there are no rabbits around in
It's
this
nighttime.
environment. Yes, in this environment, this landscape. I'm hungry
Try
though.
to get some fish, maybe.
I'll get my rabbit jerky out. Start munching. Want some? Dau lui Oriol să văd dacă vrea chiar.
Yes, and we could also catch some fresh fish if we.
I'm not going near the water I'm not going near the
Oh,
water.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I shouldn't consider the implications.
No, it's okay, Oriol, no worries.
Hey,
Carabas, go fish some fish for us, please.
you
Please,
got
I
it,
said
man.
please.
You did. And I take out my makeshift fishing rod. Oh wait, no, I actually did get a proper fishing rod. I take out my fishing rod, of which I'm not proficient with.
Nope, you're
I'll
not.
try to fish.
Try to fish?
Apoi toată lumea știe teoria, poți să încerci.
Ok, poți să faci un
Practice makes
survival check.
perfect.
Poți să faci un
Survival.
yeah.
Let's go.
Și în timpul ăsta Renault
That's
se
not
face.
guidance.
Yo, I'm just eating an apple by the fire.
By the fire,
D6?
ok.
Before it's guidance, right?
Yes.
Deci trebuie inel din ăla fosforescent că pescuiești noaptea.
15.
Ok, 15.
From a 6 am scos 15.
Ok, so beginner's luck.
Mhm.
Primele 10-15 minute, nimic. Pe urmă te gândești că you need better bait or some mă gândesc că arunci direct și ești like, dar nu se întâmplă nimic.
Yes, of course.
Bait, you need bait. So te duci, nu știu, scormonești, găsești ceva, like little tiny, like crevesi ceva din ea și îi pui și on the hook arunci și... O să zic că you do manage to find like 4 medium-sized fishes, like
Catch.
catch, yeah.
In the meantime, I want to just casually ask, ask Renault. So sitting next to Orion and Renault just eating his apple. Just casually ask, so, are you still angry? Are you angry? Were you angry, actually? Or, I don't know. It was weird for all of us, I assure you. But I feel like we could use this, so just curious where you stand.
Could use what?
The ego. So,
Yeah, I don't care.
really? Really curious.
Really, yes.
Okay. I am angry, so just want to see where you stand, so, okay.
Yeah, you are angry.
A bit angry. For a lot of reasons, but this just adds on top of it. And also, nu acum. Imediat. And also, să mă întreb cum să zic asta. I trust him. I do not trust Ego. Because it happened to you. You saw him take over you before. Can you tell us, were there any signs, any feelings before that happened? Do you remember, like, did he tell you anything specific before he took over or something like that? Or was it just because you fell unconscious? Don't remember the exact specifics.
I don't know, Nico. He was more talkative when he was bothering me. But perhaps because Carabus has a different relationship with evil creatures than I did. Perhaps he has more control.
Yes, he was quite silent, wasn't he now? Not a word. Maybe he does. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Carabus has his way with his partners. I guess so. Maybe he charmed Ego as well. And here we are. But we do need. I just like that word. Maybe we do need him. Carabus needs his avatar thingy for his powers until we get Zero back. So I guess let's just all pay attention and be careful so that what happened doesn't happen again. All right. And I just go to my old boots and take out my playing cards deck, all wet and soggy. Oh, okay. I wanted to see if you guys wanted to play a bit, but I need to put this out to dry as well. Like, just să le întind cărțile așa, una după alta, să se usuce. And that will be my activity for the evening.
At this point, they'll probably pop in and say, "Put those things away. I bring the bounty of the sea for tiny feet. Behold, the great fisherman has fed you for the night."
Fresh meat, thank you.
Impressive.
Pun pe băț.
Skewer those bastards and put them to cook or open flame.
Pun pe băț. Putem face așa skewers?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You got
I will
those.
do that. I will do that.
You got them and you cook them over the fire.
Yes, I'll do that. Fresh fish. Good.
Little
good
bit
with-
of lemon zest, you know, just for flavor. I ain't got no salt, so this is the best I can do.
Or lemon zest.
I do have lemon zest. It just so happens it's an ingredient from the potions.
After a bit of silence, I would like to ask Orion, when everyone is around. Orion, darling, can I please ask? You can answer if you want to. If you don't, just say you don't want to answer. What was that about the Finis god? The last what did you ask the Guardian? I was a bit out of it at some point, but I have never heard of that before. Would you mind explaining? If that is all right with you, of course. I totally understand if you don't want to share. It just came out
Well,
unexpected.
I know, but I couldn't help but ask. It seemed like a very ancient creature who may have been there since the beginning of time itself, and well, everything and everyone comes from somewhere, right?
Yes.
Although I guess there are some supreme beings who may come from nothing or have shaped the reality itself. Well, the thing is, the 8 gods that the Guardian mentioned too came from other beings. Creator god, the goddess of beginning, and a god of the end. Finish. One,
Yeah.
the thing is, both of them seem to have faded over time, went missing. We have heard that cred că a zis asta Guardianul, că the Orsa has perished.
Da.
Da, și asta cumva se știe, nu?
Oricum e common
Se pare
knowledge
că-
chestia asta.
Yeah. As many Ors are perished and Finnish, well, he also went into hiding, but his influence is not gone completely as you may imagine. In fact, I am
Adrian, nu ești pe mult.
Scuze.
In fact, I have been feeling his influence over my own path. Maybe you remember the voice, the terrible booming voice and the darkness that we faced in that realm when I obtained the earthly star. The memories seem to have been influenced by some being. Or maybe you have noticed whenever something seems to be going not exactly our way, there is some divine intervention that. Or maybe
I always
just
figured
you
that was
who's able
your
to
power.
notice it.
I always figured that was your part. So you're saying this
It
God,
is- it
this
may be-
forgotten God might be what? Dipping his fingers in with your magic?
It may be using me as an agent, is what I am saying. And the words that the Guardian mentioned, that sometimes for new things for something to begin, something else must end. I've heard them in my dream before.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm simply trying to find out as much as possible about this god.
Just to
Considering
put things into context, we are referring to the consort of beginning,
yes,
Finis, the end, who is said to have disappeared in his grief of losing his wife.
the very same, but would a parent ever fully abandon its children, its creation? I mean, not creation, the spawn of his beloved, the result of the divine.
Lui Orsa? Deci nu.
Da, mă refer la Aurora. The results of their divine dance and divine marriage.
Call me a skeptic, but grief can do strange things to a man.
You think it's a man?
Well,
Good man or God, who knows, maybe grief
Right.
affected them
fair,
as
fair
well.
enough.
However, does this mean but your power, you're the Star Reader, you mean to say he might be influencing this power, this your magic, you as well? I do not remember ever seeing such a figure, even when, of course, I was pretty distracted at that time when we were fighting.
I believe so.
This is
Yes.
interesting.
My echo certainly feels well. I don't mean you here, of course, but the divine echo certainly feels different somehow. Like there's something else lurking behind it,
Interesting.
changing it.
Interesting.
Question, do we know that the echo is a gift from Ursa? The divine
You
spark of
know
Ursa?
that the echo is a tiny spark of Orsa herself
Mm-hmm.
that she left in all of you. But for an echo to
Yes.
manifest, it needs to be
Because
kindled.
we're all created by her in a way.
Toți
so,
teoretic
yeah.
ar trebui să aibă de echo, doar că nu se manifestă în toți.
Mhm.
So what you're saying is your echo is different than, well, everybody else's.
I was just, surprised when you mentioned this now too.
Do you perhaps know something about Finnish or?
Me?
No, I mean, my dear Echo, do you know anything about Finnish? Since it seems to have sparked your curiosity.
That's exactly why I was asking. I don't think I have ever heard of this out of maybe, stories, legends. There is one particular story that comes to mind though, so that is why I remembered it, but no, the story might. I look at Kerbus and I say, you know the story. I mean, do you think maybe it refers to this god?
Are you seriously implying that Finnis is the traveler?
The visitor. It
The
could.
visitor.
It seems. I was always wondering about that specific character in the story, because Uneo used to say that he was. It could be. I'm not sure. Apologies. This is such a weird maybe tangent. And I've never heard of this specific god mentioned like this before. I'm not one with the gods and everything. I do not like.
Never heard of any
gods.
visitor story. Is that well known? Is that common knowledge?
Apparently, it is quite widespread. I always thought it was just
Demon-loving
some.
community of the world.
We take offense to that.
It was meant as a offense, yes.
It was a
It
story
was a
that
very passive aggressive.
I forgive
Well,
you.
active
You've
aggressive.
been through a lot. I shall forgive you. My darling Dark Knight. You've been through a lot. It was a story I used to hear all the time when I was young from my mother, but I always assumed it was just something that she knew or some story well known in the woodlands. But then,
Which
Shall I
mother
say-
are we talking about? Une? You're talking
yes,
about
Une. yes, Une used to tell us the story.
I don't remember her telling me that particular story.
One is not a wolf. Okay.
No, Shea was the wolf. Haha, you guys are so funny. No, Una used to tell me that story. I'm perhaps you haven't. I mean, she didn't quite get to it while you were staying with her. She didn't tell it every day. It was just on occasion. I've heard it a few times in my life there. It might, however, yeah, I still don't know exactly. You said your father told you this story, right?
Yeah.
And you
I
said
did.
where did he hear it from? Because I know where Une got the story from. Where did your father get the story? If you know,
I don't think you've asked me
and
that.
if you want,
At least
if you
not
want.
until this point. It just so happened that my old man was a reaper himself.
Both of your parents were reapers. Interesting. So you're like a nepo baby.
You know what that is, but whatever
A
it is,
legacy.
Silver Ash, I'm not part of it.
What's the damn story?
This was just because of the battle earlier, and I'm still a bit pissy. But yeah, the story.
The story.
It is-
I'm still looking. Wait, I'm still rattling my brain. I don't want to give you nonsense. I have it.
But before I have the story, before that, continue your idea, Kerbus. Where did your father hear it from? Your reaper father, as you just shared.
Well, I go.
Where did he? If you know.
I never really got to ask. It just so happens that the night. No, I lied. The last time that me and my family were together was when our father told us this very story.
Oh.
They lost them very shortly after. So I didn't really get to ask, but if I was a betting man, which I'm not, I'd be inclined to believe that it comes from the Reapers to some extent.
Yes.
It would make sense for Reapers to have something to do with a deity of the end. And the Traveler
quite
that
poetic.
collects,
No,
that collects souls, maybe.
again, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a shot in the dark, although it does make
No,
some
yes,
sense.
it is just my, this idea just popped into my head when I heard you.
Well, one of
darling,
you,
ask.
please.
Yes, let me tell the story.
Silver Ash.
Yes, let me tell the
By
story.
all
So
means,
set the
the
scene.
moon is shining. There's your stage.
I
Go
know,
on.
it is beautiful. Look, the lights are on. The stage is set. My audience right here. I will tell the story. Okay, I have it. Echo will make it. We'll tell it with a specific flair.
How?
Really serious. Really serious. Really like quiet down and stay still and breathe and just look at you all. The flame, the fire cracking in front of us. Then just, she will try to imitate the way Une would tell the story. And with a soft, much more softer voice than usual, she will tell the story. A long time ago, in a realm of solitude, there lived a king and a queen. They didn't know what love is, and compassion was a strange mistress to both of them, and their subjects as well. One day, the queen became pregnant and gave birth to twins. One was a boy, beautiful as the ashen light of the moon, and clever as a learned sage of old. The other one was a girl, gorgeous as the alluring shadows of the night, and strong as the biting cold of the lonely void. Their father, the king, grew wary of the twins, though, because he feared that one day they would usurp him and take his throne, his hard-earned crown. So in secret, he built a deep, dark pit, oh man, I hate this part, underneath his castle. He then mesmerized his children and threw them into the pit beneath. Before they died, he said to them, "Endure inside the darkened pit, on the stone floor on which I spit. Outlast the ticking of the clock, because many more will fall and knock. The one who climbs the well will become the one who survives to tell. The one who eats the flesh of others will become the king of all his brothers." And so the twins were left inside the pit, discarded by their own father. With each passing year, the king would throw another one of his children into the pit. More and more they would fall by the king's will. More and more were eaten by the twins. The twins made a pact, a bargain, to survive whatever it takes, even if that meant eating their own brothers and sisters, even if that meant eating them alive. When the day finally came, when the pit was finally full of the bones of the discarded children, the twins climbed and leapt up from the chasm. They were finally free and could take revenge on their father. But fate, it seems, had other plans. Their father and mother were already dead, killed by another who took the crown, and became a new king. He let the children live with a promise to never return. And so the twins left their home and wandered the unknown wastelands for many nights and cold seasons. And this is where it gets interesting. One day, a stranger came upon them when they were hungry and lost, and called himself the Visitor. This visitor helped them by giving a part of his flesh for the children to consume. I will look at Carapace when I say this, and show them the mysteries of the realm. When the visitor left, he sang unto them. Clear my throat a bit and try to sing it in the same way Une used to sing it to us. But eu nu o să cânt, că eu nu știu să cânt. By my flesh you have witnessed the end, and your form will change and ascend.
Câte cu la de la străină, parcă Alin...
Trebuie să
Cine
cânti și
e
tu,
Alina
are
acesta?
dreptate, nu că are dreptate.
You will become outcasts, however, you will be free and live to see forever. And that is the story. And this is a visitor.
That was the last part?
By my
Let
flesh you
me reiterate, by my flesh you have witnessed the end, and your form will change and ascend. You will become outcasts, however. You will be free and see to live forever.
Exact.
That's charming.
You
Very
put things into perspective.
charming story to tell your children.
Oh, all of the children of the village knew this
Funny
story.
thing, the story that she heard is word for word the exact one that I have, yet I have no recollection of my father, though I did not know of his clandestine affairs with the guillotine back then. I was not aware that he might have been, I don't know, friends with your mother, Une.
He didn't
So-
have to be. He could have been an acquaintance of someone else to hear the story from.
Oh,
But this, the last part was
Acquaintance of Lucas, who was acquainted with your fool. There are many ways the story could have passed on. This is true. Sorry, Renaud, apologies. You were saying?
I'm just saying the last part sounds like the inception or conception or start of the Reapers. So maybe it's some folklore.
Not exactly. To be more specific, I think I've discussed this with Echo. There's a specific type of demon who's able to cross boundaries, to cross realms. Until that
It took
point,
me-
they were.
Yeah, it took me a time to come to this conclusion as well, but yes, I believe it's referring to a certain type of demons. Our favorite kind.
Ambassadors, like this one, I show my mark. They're the
Or,
rare breed that can cross from the fell
or
towards Terra.
the jester. Let's not forget. Our
Jesters
darling
are a volatile bunch.
You mean the twins or the traveler?
The twins. The traveler,
The twins.
now hearing everything and taking into consideration, and maybe, chime in with your ideas. You all know the story now. I had a running theory that, I mean, I didn't know who this visitor could be, but it's possible it could be this Finis.
Do you think the
Because it says you become the end. Wait, mi era versul. Ecco, știi pe de rost.
Finis, the god,
Witness the end. Yes,
had
because
some of his flesh to
made a specific kind of demons. Of course, I have a separate theory, but I will keep it until I know for sure.
About that, call me the Doomsayer, but I believe our Finis, or your Finis, Orion, might be the stranger who's currently sitting on the throne of the Fell.
Oh no, you really think so? The demon emperor is just. I mean, Marco, when he, the I mean, also the sun most likely. But whenever we will have a bit more to drink, he would say that the current demon emperor is not a big deal at all, and just someone in power because he can, and something like that. I don't know. Can't be like a god himself, right? That would be
Said
absurd.
that. What,
Yeah.
Flip by me. All right.
I mean, he would say that the entire Fell Court is just a big joke. And I mean, I believed him because, of course, Marco says it must be true, right? And I mean,
Wait. Let's think about what we know. There might be a truth to what she's saying, considering I remember from some of those fools that we've encountered in Gunnerbolt that the Emperor is currently not able to cross into our world.
nope, only ambassadors and Jester class demons can cross between worlds.
Hence the reason that the Emperor is not an ambassador himself.
Nope, he's just the Emperor. He's still powerful though.
Or perhaps
But
demons
he
were
isn't-
once. Demons may have been created for their specific realm and were never meant to leave it normally. And over time, they may have adapted or gotten help
This is-
from some outside force that allowed them to create special
Of course,
kinds of
this-
demons who can cross.
Exactly, the story
Well
might
said.
be, full of symbolisms and all of that, and the Dark Pit. is
Very
just-
well said.
Yes.
It's Reaper 101 that demons in their most basic form were quite docile and harmless. Or at least they were, until someone, somehow, taught them a simple pleasure. A pleasure that they quickly became addicted to. The pleasure of feeding.
Yes, and when they were given after a certain amount or specific thing to consume, they would evolve, they would change. We saw this, we heard of this, we know this. It happened.
It's
Yes.
been happening ever since, and it's led us to where we are right now.
It could all be because of Finis. Huh, interesting.
Once the
Interesting.
cat was out of the bag, there was no turning back.
Marco
One
never
started
mentioned this.
consuming the other.
Hmm.
Until the top landed in the fell court of Troya. Or at least so the legends go. We won't know for sure until we end up in there, if ever.
The
Thing
blood of the
is-
Fell Court.
With these stories, as intriguing as they are, I do not see them as a source necessarily for history, for knowledge, for facts, but mainly as a way to make us think, to deduce morals, to
Well said,
make us
Oliver.
contemplate
Wise words.
on the actions
Yes, of course, we
and the
don't have time to
nature, and
ponder
the nature of people.
childhood stories. Yes, agree. Maybe we could also just get back to what happened in the cave then. We are all agreeing that all in a agreement that we shall not attack future guardians we meet, and we also are stopping this instant from attacking one another. Yes, is that okay? Fine. Glad that is out of the way. The fish is done. I shall begin eating. Which you made up, though, right? Everything is
Stopping attacking one another. Who?
Oh, right, exactly.
What? Guardians?
Good. Yes. And future guardians we are going to meet because there apparently it's full of them in the world. And we are the special strike force, right? We are going to meet them eventually. We are also going to gather our things and maybe we might encounter
This battle that the gods had,
um
where the guardians were employed as, well, guardians, apparently. Don't you think both sides had them?
I mean, they fought this god of war, right? So I'm sure that
Do you,
this
do you think he
god
did
of
not
war
have
also
any
had. I'm
guardians?
sure he did, but weren't the other gods? I mean, there were more of the other gods, so maybe there are more guardians. But if you do find a guardian from this war god, maybe imagine if we can convince him to help us as well. I could use the power of a war god on our side, so that's
I don't know how
interesting.
far we're going to get destroying the Empire if we try to ally everybody we meet.
Not everybody, of course. We're going to be wise about it and choose the ones that can actually help and who want to help and who see that this isn't right, that what's been going on so far is not right.
Of course, you realize this is ludicrous, right? You won't be able to survive an encounter against the guardian of the war god, much less reason with it.
Well, not right
defeated
now.
one
I'm
guardian,
working on getting more powerful. Not right now, of course. We couldn't stand a chance. We didn't stand a chance against some. I mean, I didn't stand a chance against some crabs, but we shall get stronger once we have some of items on our side. I'm sure.
But the difference in their power is very disproportionate. But the Jotun wasn't that hard to defeat.
And also, we know that the dragons were the first guardians. We are on our way to the stay rate. We might see and meet some of your kamis, so they are also going to be on our side, right? Easy.
I would not place the kamis on the same pedestal as I would place guardians. Additionally, the Jotun, if the turtle was correct, and I have reason to believe it was the young guardian.
But there was also the clockwork one that was defeated by Empire soldiers.
The tower.
Now that one was formidable. Say what you must, but that one was formidable.
Somebody killed their protector in the woods too. So they seem to vary, that's what I say.
It does worry me. I don't know about you guys, but the fact that it took all 7 other gods to overcome, to have a chance against the... I mean, I do not know the full story. I don't know how soon the other gods allied themselves and how fast they defeated the...
We don't know
God
a
of
lot.
War.
And actually, now that I think about it, doesn't really matter. We are going to gather the legacies anyway, right? So that would be as close as having the gods on our side as we can right now. We shall need
one of the legacies is then supposed to be from this god of war.
Yes, each of them has their own
Each god has
legacy.
2, right? So had 2 made, so we shall get to the war one at some point. We are going to gather all of them, so. But before that, we shall also need actual allies, as in physical people on our side. That is going to be the hardest part, I think, because no one wants to be told that their life was a lie, and they have to fight to change it, to make it better, to help others. So
Why was, still is.
yeah, I mean, up until now, that everything's a lie, and yeah, no one wants to hear that. So only, I'm assuming at first we only get to get allies of those who already know this and who are ready to change and to fight. So we have started. We're off to a great start, but yeah, you know, it will take some time. I understand. That's why I will point to you two again. No more fighting. All right, this is done. Whatever
I never fought. I mean,
I know.
Our past.
Region, I apologize. Whatever quarrels we had,
Yes.
it's behind us, Silverat.
Also whatever understand your problem with Rea Silva.
What do you
but
understand? What do you claim to understand about me after, 3 months of time spent together?
3 months. I understand a lot more than you think, and I also get
You don't
your
understand
anger.
shit.
You're not Kafka, mate. Come on.
Grieve.
I understand your anger and your grief. However, that was uncalled for. You can do better. Do better. Please.
Know this.
And I will.
Know this.
Spider-Man, mean everybody.
I will not be losing sleep over this. I do not
Definitely.
regret a single second of what happened. And
Of
if
course.
drinking that creature's blood would have taken my life, I would have accepted it. I value peace of mind over anything.
Now
You
this is
understand.
where I have a problem.
And you should get your peace of mind, but not by sacrificing yourself or just dying unnecessarily. You said you won't do that. You promised. Keep your promises. You can do better. Do better. And I will.
This is where I also agree with Silver Ash. Well, not because of sentimentality bullshit like this, but because we have a mission and you have dedicated yourself to this mission and stopping to drink turtle blood and pursuing crazy alchemists and all this bullshit that we are doing is preventing us from doing this damn mission. And dying also prevents us from doing this damn mission.
It's not
That's why I
only.
said
Mm.
I'm very close to not tolerating hubris anymore.
I wanted to. I was up, so I wanted to leave, but I will stop and just look back over my shoulder. And if agreed, but it's not only about the mission. It's about you. And I go, and I want to find my.
It's not. It's about
Living
the
back.
mission.
Eu am zis, i-am plecat.
It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about the mission.
Eu am plecat.
Be that as it may, while I agree, this was very selfish, once again, of me to do what I did. It
Place că recunoaște după ce a plecat Echo. I like it.
I did get my answer. And I did realize what I've always suspected, as a matter of fact. My resentment for the goddess is in fact resentment of my inability to do anything when it counted the most. I was in my search to find every single angle quick to find someone to blame. And it was wrong of me to expect solutions from divinity. Divine powers have already sacrificed enough and are sacrificing with every passing moment. You will want to say.
This is very philosophical, but we cannot do this as a means to find ourselves. We are doing this to save other people, to save thousands, hundreds of thousands of people
What
from
if?
suffering. I'm not doing
Okay,
this because
Steak, I echo
I
that.
feel
Yes,
sad
yes,
about myself and want to find out the truth about the gods. They fucked up this world by themselves, and they're not helping it, so we have to.
I envy you for this way
That's
of
why you're
being.
justice.
I don't know. Honestly, I do. It's probably a Reaper thing, but we're forced to remember these things, you know? But as you have this constant shit that you find yourself in, we as Reapers have the constant shit of every day, in addition to the constant shit of the past that binds us to remember. It was a bit much this time. Sorry it came out the way it did.
It did seem like you gave into a impulse, I don't know what the right word for it to be, an urge. I just hope it will not become a hindrance, these urges. You are entitled to your anger and grief. Just don't lose sight of the bigger
Just
picture.
pointed at the Empire and not yourself, and we're good.
Fair enough.
I'll take
I will go sleep.
first watch.
Okay.
Sure.
So
Wake
first
me
Renault.
up when it's my turn for watch. I will just say that. Wake me up when it's my turn to.
Renault, rămâi
Watch.
singur, numai tu la the first watch?
Yeah, sure. Trebuie să ne împărțim, nu în 3 sau în 4 sau încă.
Da,
e-
patru.
In 4.
Fă-mi, te rog, un
Patru.
perception check for the first 2 hours.
I will do. I'll take the last watch.
13.
Okay,
Noroc.
13. So, there is a calm, like, breeze, ocean breeze washing over you. There are all sorts of, like, wildlife lurking around. From where you are, you do see in the distance some eerie lights. They are probably really far away in the waters, in the darkness of the ocean. Who knows what it could be. They flicker and linger for about 2 minutes or so and then disappear in the distance. And that's about it. So, no crabs, no pirates, no nothing. It's a very calm, comfortable night. It's about 15 degrees Celsius. And it's pretty comfortable. So.
Sure. Then I will wake Echo.
Okay, this is
I'll take the
Echo.
second watch then. I
Uh,
was finally sleeping, but okay.
okay,
I shall do the second watch. I shall do my duty.
dăm
go
te
to
rog
rest,
și tu un
darling.
perception check. Echo.
Am a bit grumpy. Aoleu, nu, stai. Dar o să mă trezesc. Stai că îmi dă pe party markers, stai. Perception, da?
Yes.
Keep watch. Nu era 16, nu.
Okay, 11. So, you do admire the two sisters, and they are both in the waxing gibbous. So, basically, amândouă îi mușcat un pic.
Deci
They
e
are-
lumină faină. E
Deci,
fain, e fain.
nu sunt foarte mulți nori sau așa. You do pick up at some point, again, the scent of some wildlife lurking about, some, probably rodents, stuff like that, and some crabs, you can see some crabs like the cam 20-30 de centimetri making their way on the shores. Stuff like that. But nothing dangerous. Nothing.
I will walk around the camp, like, be sure, look at the moon, dau din coadă, urechile ciulite la orice sunet. I will stop by Carabas's sleeping bag and try to find the flask in the bag of holding. I will take the flask, look at him and just be like, stupid, and then go and
Have a
drink.
passive perception of.
Dormi.
God.
Living. I just whisper, stupid, atât.
Lasă, dormi, ești obosit după toată chestia asta, e praf.
Yeah. I take the flask and just, I drink.
Ok.
I drink. Dar înspre sfârșit de tură, când să fiu atent. Înspre sfârșit de tură I shall drink and then I shall...
Dai o dușcă de
I shall put it back. I shall put it back. So he has it. And then go and wake up Orion.
Ok, trezești pe Orion. Orion, te rog să faci tu un perception check for your shift.
Yes.
Wake us if something happens. I would just say that and then take my sleeping bag, mi-l așez, and I go to sleep.
Well, if I hear anything else about the God of the End, you'll be the first to know.
Yes, thank you, Orion, darling. That sounds great. And I will just go into my sleeping bag, curl up right behind Carabas, and then go to sleep.
Okay.
Alright. Shall I do my perception check?
Yeah, please.
Alright.
Tiny crabs everywhere.
Ok. 12 perception. Same thing. Nothing out of the ordinary, nu vezi, ți-am zis, pirați sau chestii de genul ăsta. Nothing dangerous lurking about. Just a very quiet night.
Okay. I think I would just do some sketching as a way to pass time a bit.
Okay.
Maybe based on what I heard, that story about the twins who I would try to recreate what I imagined of them meeting this traveler and the moment they were offered the gift. Just trying to put it in pictures. Probably don't have time to draw a fully rendered, fully colored image, but
Okay, but a sketch.
yes.
Okay, so for the next 2 hours or so, you sketch very beautiful piece of art, depicting some important moments of the story, especially focusing on that moment when this traveler or this stranger, visitor, whatever, came and offered the two siblings its flesh. Okay. And
I don't yet know what the gods truly plan of me, but I know that my will is my own, and I will always do what I feel is right, and not what I'm being told. And with that, I wake up.
Okay.
You wake up.
I wake up. I wake up.
This is already up and probably has been listening to that last sentence that the audience said. Oh, very wise words. Words to live and abide by. Well, at least I do. It's good to see that there's two of us.
Yes. Can't help but get sometimes philosophical in the deep hours of the night.
Believe you me, truly terrible when your will is not your own.
All right, well, good luck and thank you. See you soon.
In a bit.
Mm.
Used my last spell slot to cast. Can we say that before going to sleep I would have cast Dark Vision on myself?
Sure.
It lasts for 8 hours, and that was my last spell slot for the day.
Sure. Okay.
Well,
So it's still
Okay.
active during my shift.
Ok. Fă-mi un perception check și tu atunci.
Sure. Perception.
Okay.
nice.
So again, nothing out of the ordinary happens for about an hour or so, and just before dawn, those moments when it gets really, really dark, you do see in the distance some eerie purple lights. Probabil câțiva kilometri off the coast.
Put out the fire.
Cum?
I put out the fire immediately.
Ok. It's not something, cum să zic, care să se apropie sau... It's just there, but... With that perception, I'd say... You do notice it moves. Dar nu in your direction. It moves deeper
Sure.
into the
In the
darkness.
water? In the water.
Nu-ți dai seama dacă e sub apă, deasupra apei sau whatever it is. Just pretty powerful lights coming from the distance, from the indigo deep ocean, from the ocean. From the direction
definitely
of the
not
ocean.
ocean.
Land.
Deci din larg, da.
Din larg, okay.
Some lights
Ships?
in the distance. It might be ships, it might be something else, who knows. All
Scurgeți
sorts
acolo.
of legends, so many legends about the Indigo Deeps. So many stories and songs all across the coastlands about all sorts of creatures, and some say that there are ghosts lurking on the water, on the waves. There are sirens and mermaids and ancient tentacled creatures and all sorts of ghost ships, and yeah, who
As long as
knows?
it stays its I put out the fire, make sure that we're not noticeable.
Okay.
Probably turn Renault to the other side so that he stops snoring.
I don't know.
You don't snore, okay.
It's
Oh right,
Skynet.
it was dear Ryan here who was usually the snorer, then I make sure that he doesn't snore all that much, and I don't want to disturb the rest.
Okay. And the moment the first rays of light come into being, those lights disappear.
First lights, I begin chopping up the veggies for the potion.
Okay, so you continue the potion brewing process, and you all wake up at about 7 in the morning or so. And you eat a bit and clean yourself up a bit and prepare for the journey back towards Tightcrest. Întrebarea mea e dacă vreți să faceți ceva în drum spre Tightcrest sau facem un timeskip de câteva zile.
You know.
Cum?
Putem să facem, cred, nu? Timeskip sau cum?
Avem 2 zile până acolo.
Cam 3. Că ați ocolit un
Trei,
pic ca
perfect.
să nu luați primunți, ați mers pe drumul de nisip și... No. Cam 3 zile.
3 lucruri.
Da, zi.
Când stăm bine cu apa, I would make poison from the alchemic jug.
Ok.
I would continue to overwatch the brewing of the tonic of concentration. It's a slightly better potion, which also gives the user advantage on constitution check.
Ok.
I would prepare this potion for Orion, for you. And probably by the time we reached our destination, it would be ready. So I would make that roll.
Ok. Make that roll. And your
Okay.
proficiency bonus and your wisdom
I would
modifier.
also. Yes, and I would also cast. The spell is called. The one that gives me advantage on a specific type of check.
Enhance ability.
That's the one. That's the one. Enhance ability, indeed. To give myself. I believe this is an intelligent check. And yep, I would make that roll and ask you, Orion, since you're the one that's going to get the potion, to also perhaps guide my hand in case you see it becomes unsteady.
I shall help you, of course. I'm very curious about this new concoction.
Well, this doesn't smell that bad. It's probably the thimbleberry, which gives the pleasant aroma. Bloodroot definitely takes from it, but this toad's foot, right? Oh, that's a give or take kind of relationship. It doesn't smell as bad as the other one, though. So let's see how we do.
Ok. Ce DC ai?
DC. DC este 13.
13? Ok. Și
But
ce trebuie să
Tony
faci? Un
Hawk
survival
concentration.
check sau nu? Cu your tools? With your...
With my tools pe care le caut de Herbalism Kit.
Ok. În cazul ăsta, fiind prima oară când faci poțiunea asta, o să zic că e cu wisdom. Deci,
Cu wisdom.
Wisdom
I
și
appreciate.
proficiency bonus adaug și la rolul tău. Da.
Ok. Hai să dăm asta atunci. Cu avantaj și guidance.
Ok.
Ability check.
Oh.
Am dat shift interesant și tot. Ok, but I guess it's okay. But I will also roll with just in case it matters. 22.
22. So without any issues, you're pretty focused, and with Orion's guidance, you manage to brew your tonic of concentration without any issues. It's a perfectly made concoction.
Probably light blue like the sky. Because it doesn't say how it looks like. That's how I imagine it. It's like light blue. Serene and calm. It's to calm your mind.
Okay.
You know. Keeps you focused. In whatever magics you're using. And it also refreshes the body. It gives you 2d6 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Astea nu sunt aici adăugate, astea ar trebui cumva să-ți notezi că ai un tonic of concentration și eventual îl facem ulterior sau îți spune...
Extreme, yeah. Topic of
Îți
concentration.
spune Ștefan exact ce face. Ar fi bine, Orion, să ți notezi la tine în inventory, undeva, personal journal, whatever, and have it there. Pentru că nu se știe niciodată.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I put it under my consumables.
That's the text.
Ok.
Maybe also gather herbs, but I'm guessing on the sea it's a bit difficult.
Yeah, și dacă ești concentrat să faci poțiunea asta, o să zicem că it's okay for now. Okay, so...
I think, sorry, one more thing, one last thing. I
Yeah.
would probably take my time and maybe attempt to summon Ego a couple of times.
Ce să faci?
I would summon my void avatar,
Ah,
Ego.
ok.
Probably because I'm a weird, not very kind of awkward dude. I would probably be avoiding Renault as much as possible when I do this.
Okay, so you use the little bit of fel magic left inside of you, and you summon up the shadowy form of Ego, with his white glowing eyes underneath his black armor, holding a shadow version of the Shadowbringer on his back, as using it as a weapon instead of a scythe.
I'm gonna ask him, does that mean I'll have to send you Into the fray, you go.
Nu vorbește cu
Da.
tine în his void avatar from the log. Nu schițează
Nu
nimic.
vorbește deloc?
Nu, oricât încerci să vorbești cu el, oricât încerci să interacționezi cu el, nimic.
Nu reacționează, ok.
Nu, are doar forma asta și atât.
Does he... okay.
He obeys your
I try
commands.
to...
He obeys your commands and that's it.
He obeys my... Asta zic. Deci, because I try to move him. I also try to make him hover. Is he still able to float? Is he still able to float? Hover. Like he used to.
That's a good question.
It's your decision. Am văzut că are diverse atacuri. One which does not necessarily currently have charges, which I'm totally fine with.
For now, nu știu ce să zic că nu, he can't hover.
Hover. Okay, perfectly fine.
Grounded,
It's okay. Grounded is okay.
like you.
He's a shy one, is it not? Să apară Eco de acolo, că tot timpul te urmărit, mai ales că te duci să-l sumonezi pe Ego. She was there.
Of course.
Good thing.
Different this
Remember
one.
my command. Let me try something, and I will make him become my veil of shadows.
Okay. As he becomes
Okay.
this shadowy mist enveloping you and then enters you, his shadow armor becomes your armor, and you look like you're now clad in this Dark Knight shadow plate armor. It's pretty cool. And edgy as fuck.
Well, if I ever wanted to imagine you in heavy armor, I guess that's all covered now.
What does that mean? What do you mean heavy armor? I don't see myself. When I look at... Oh, wait. Right. There's the gauntlets. What the hell? What the hell?
What the fuck?
Nice. Canon, it's canon, that's
It's
how
canon,
we
da, nu
speak.
că e
It's
canon. What the fuck?
It's canon.
Yeah.
Yes, we have no hell, we have tell. Yes.
So the fact it's fact.
What the fuck?
Sure.
What the fuck? Mamma mia.
Good.
I mean,
But,
I knew you had it under control. I was just making double sure. And it seems it's working. Interesting. Inside, when he's inside, does he speak then to you?
Give me just... Good questions, Decker. Just give me 1 second. And I say... More like, I think it. I don't say it out loud, but I think it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still going to remain silent, Ego?
Nu reacționează niciun fel.
Sorry, got nothing to say.
Well, that's good, though, right? It means it's working, whatever this is.
I'll tell you what this means. It means he's hungry. Demons are always hungry.
Yes.
When
Yes,
they're
well, we're all
full, that's when
hungry.
they get to talking. We'll see what happens after we beat a couple or two of their kind.
All right, yes. I'm sure we'll get some fell blood at some point. Can I ask you, how come you really mean to say that you didn't know your father was a Reaper? So your mother, the Crimson Berserker, was also Reaper, and then your father was a Reaper as well?
Those are
You
not
didn't know.
personal questions, Silverash.
Well, it's a very personal time, so I was curious and wanted to see, because this was, I mean, I want to know. That's just it, I want to know.
Good as
You're
reason
not
as any.
surprised. You're not surprised. You always want to know. And on one of those days when just a lot of things happen. A lot of things. All at once. One of those days when so many things happen that you're not really ready for. Let's just say that
Yeah.
those few days when this little ditty came to light, I found out a lot of things.
Was it on the same day as?
Not exactly. That its ebbs and flows. It was good. It was the day I dig out my herbalist's knife when I got my first knife. I went hunting.
Does this mean Zero was his demon before you?
Yeah.
Because you meant, I see.
I suppose it wouldn't take much to figure out, would it?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
or I guess.
My old man. It's very hard for me to picture him as a reaper. But you know what he was? What I envy him for. What I envy him for the most, I think. He was happy. I don't really think I've ever seen him unhappy.
A happy Reaper. Yeah.
I don't know about that, but I have my reason to believe that even as a reaper, yeah, he'd probably find a way to keep his spirits up. It's the kind of man he was. It's the kind of man I aspired to be.
You'll be happy when we do with the Empire and do everything we have to do. You'll be happy, because that is what's actually at stake here, right? Our own peace, our own happiness. So I shall get a smile out of you, a real one at some point. Not just because I tickled or something. I understand that was cheating. But until then, do remember, it is not, you are stronger than you think. It is not right to let your anger take control of you. You are my strength for that reason, because you are strong enough to allow yourself to be angry, to control it. Do not let it control you. And the gods, fuck the gods, who cares? Of course they're assholes, of course they don't do anything right. Of course Rea Silva takes from us.
Leave her out of this.
But it is...
Leave her out of this. And stop speaking about things that you do not understand.
What do you think I don't understand? I understand perfectly fine. A lot. All of it.
You understand demons. That I'll give you. You understand their way of thinking. That I can believe.
Go on.
Me. As much as it pains me to say. But as far as the 8 go, you know nothing.
I know of 2 of them pretty well, so I mean I have seen really? 2 of them, so I guess that counts for something.
You've seen them?
Yes, the bastards.
Who have you seen? Who have you
well,
seen?
The mother of the forest for once, because she deemed it appropriate to show herself on that night, and the other one. Yes, she was there. She came to take Une, I guess, because Une loved her, so I guess then it was okay to just be there. And then there was Gracefield. The goddess
You've
of death.
you've seen Lady Death herself.
Yes.
When?
When she came to save me by letting Shea stay a bit longer. Una explained it to me later. In the moment, I didn't realize what was happening, but Shea was dying, and if she would have died there, I would have died. I wouldn't have survived. So there was this figure that appeared with her lantern and just did something, I think. I don't remember it quite right. And then Shea was well again, but Une said it was just time that was offered. Because then Shea managed to bring me to Une.
You see,
So apparently the gods do something. But
right. Agreed. They do.
not what they should do or what we need them to do, I guess. So that sucks.
I think
Because the Jabba, atunci.
Amazing.
not true.
That's what.
I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. In fact, consider yourself lucky that you had someone like Une to tell you of what they did for you, of how they sent guardians to protect you exactly when you needed them most.
But then she still came and took Une. And Shea as well.
Because it is the way it is meant to be. Things are meant to perish so that other things can be born anew. It is a cycle and needs to continue.
Yes, but
It's
why like this? It's the same that happened to you. Why like this? Why couldn't it have been? I don't know.
I harbored resentment falsely towards the goddess herself. Because I was furious at the fate that has befallen my sister, who was her greatest follower, in my eyes at least.
Une was the
Every
same.
time, imagine not a day going by when you don't meet your sister, especially now that I have too have seen Rea Silva. There is a resemblance. If anything, her being able to conceive what a member of another species only adds to this whole mess. But imagine not a day going by when your sister, devout follower of Rea Silva, comes to you and whispers in your ear, Rea Silva protects the children of the forest. Never forget that Rea Silva protects the children of the forest.
I can imagine that. Do not worry.
Imagine a child growing up gathering the bounties of Rea Silva and always being grateful for them.
See, but it was not Rea
Giving
Silva who took that
thanks.
from you. And you had your family, you had your life, your happiness, and the Empire took it. So that is what we must do to get back at the Empire, because they are the ones
Yes.
at fault.
I know this. But I did not know then.
Yes,
And
true.
that resentment stayed with me for much of my adult life. And it took me once again.
And I'm sorry to interrupt. When you two are finished trying to one-up each other on whose life was more tragic, me and Orion are waiting to go to.
We're going. Yes, sorry. No.
Sorry.
Just do better,
Yeah.
all right?
It-
Get a
Okay,
bit.
okay, sure.
Very
Sure,
much
okay.
mandatory in a way. I don't know what pleasure
Agreed,
you
agreed.
derive from this.
Good. We're all friends. Goddess and me,
Yes.
we're all friends. We're all good. Everything's fine.
I've been sitting with the backpack for hours, it seems. Waiting.
Da, ok, sure. Yes.
întrebare, Alina.
The god sucks.
Ai inspiration.
Yes, and we are going to take down the Empire because they are the actual ones at fault because they are toying with playing with people's lives and experimenting on children and making everyone suffer and be angry all the time. Yes, that's what we are going to do. Well said, Renaud, darling. This is why you're my justice. Thank you. And
I had eaten a kilogram of sunflower seeds. There's sunflower seed shells all over the place.
There's everywhere, yeah.
Sămânță peste tot, frumos, nice.
Yes, well,
Okay.
nice, yeah.
Amazing.
Let us return. I am sure our Lord Aegon is
Sorry, I
waiting.
probably, if I do catch wind of Renault appearing, I unsummon the Veil of Shadows.
Okay.
Because I have this stigma now. The moment I see Renault, I don't want to have any traces of ego around me.
Okay, cool.
I mean, dacă e în shadow form, I don't think I would notice it that much.
But I don't want you to see any traces of him unless you absolutely have to.
And then here is what I will say. I'll just get closer to Kerberos and just say only for him to hear and say like, and you think I don't know anything. See? You care. And I go.
So Tidecrest. N-ați mai fost de mult.
Atât.
N-ați mai fost de mult în Tidecrest.
I pick a rock.
And you kill Echo with it. Okay.
No, că e departe deja.
No, not in Echo's.
So, după 3 zile de mers on the coastlands, keeping the Indigo Deep Ocean to your right side, you finally arrive back in Tidecrest. Reparațiile din nou în toi, plin de soldați, plin de common folk, everyone using whatever they have at their disposal to repair homes, to repair shops, to repair like toate pontoanele, the port and everything. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to Lady Emerald and the Adventurers Guild, or do you want to go
Absolutely.
to Morin?
You better believe it. Need more herbs.
Okay, so you go back.
What about checking to see if we can leave?
Yes,
Yeah,
I want
that
to go
too.
see if the ship with
That too.
Morin, see if it's ready.
You want to split the party?
I would go to Moren first.
We can split. Da ziceți, cum,
Yeah.
știi?
I mean, sure. Let's go to Morin. Let's go to the captain. Let's see what's up.
I'll go to Lady Emerald.
Oh, if there's two of us, then yeah, we should pick a party.
Okay,
We go
so
to-
Kerberos
I'll
and you
with
go
Ryan.
to the Adventurers Guild at Lady Emerald, and Renaud și Echo mergeți la Morin.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So first off, Echo și Renaud, you make your way towards the port. Things are looking good. O mare parte din debriul ce a rămas a fost dat la o parte, curățat, ce a putut fi, lemnul care s-a putut refolosi s-a pus la uscat. Ce au mai găsit materiale și ce au putut folosi din nou e reused. Everything else was probably burned or carried over and tossed in the ocean or something. But yeah, you do find there are dozens of ships here. Many of them are currently undergoing repairs as well. And you do see the Raspberry and all its splendor. This magnificent ship who seems to be fully repaired. Sails, new sails, a new mast. All the holes in it au fost acoperite, and you don't see anyone around the ship. So you make your way up, and at some point you do hear some noise coming from underneath.
Nu poți să bați la...
Și bați pe acolo jos și yes, coming up right now. Just give me a few seconds.
Morin, we have arrived.
Oh,
It's us.
right. Just give me a few seconds. I've been putting things into order down here. Stați.
Cum arată așa vaporul? E făcut, ai zis,
Da.
arată, da?
Totul e bine, e dat inclusiv cu smoală din aia sau cu ce se dă pe the deck. everything seems to be in order. După cum am zis, new sails, a new mast, a new wheel. Everything seems to be alright, and you do see some crates as well, who probably need to go downstairs with supplies and everything for the journey ahead. And at some point you do see more, and he seems pretty tired. Îl vedeți cu cearcăne, părul lui frumos și blond, prins într-o coadă. Îl vedeți că are his illusion magic put up și se vede că e human acum, e Hyur, nu se vede că e Elezen. And you see him in like his work clothes, like a simple tunic, a belt, some boots, pants. He doesn't have his swords at the ready for now. And
I will say, you look different. Did you
Right.
shave?
Well,
Missing something?
no, it's fine. I'm just tired. Well, welcome back. Took you long enough.
Yes, well, a lot happened.
So,
But
did you find
yes,
your
yes.
treasure you were looking for?
Mă uit la Renaud să văd dacă le răspunde să Yes, yes.
I'm curious. What kind
I
of
will
treasure you
echo
found?
his
The usual.
the usual.
I hate treasure.
Well, we have
Cool.
a lot of room downstairs. If you want to stash it there, you can. We have new chains, we have locks, we have a lot of storage room. For the most part, the crates and supplies have been brought down. There are 4 left.
Do you need any more coin for repairs or anything for the ship to make
I
it
don't need
ready
any
for
more coin.
the journey?
But we need to talk about some things. I have good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear first?
Do we need to all be present for it? The others should.
Not necessarily, but it's something that you should know.
Mă uit la Renaud. Așa îmi dau
Bad.
peste
So I-
carne.
That's bad.
You know?
Let's start
bad
off with the
part.
bad news. So
Bad part.
we don't have a crew. That's not particularly a problem. So I will need you lot
To crew the
to
ship.
yeah. I will guide you and I will give commands, being the captain of course. And I will teach you everything there is to know about sailing a ship of this size. So you don't need to worry about that, but it's going to be probably rough in the first week or so until you get a feeling for the ship, but it's going to be alright. So I suggest we take the route close to the coastlands and not venture into the deep waters. This will
Yeah,
probably
I like
put
that.
us about 3 or 4 days more on our journey. So if everything goes well, we should be in Grand Port in about 40 something days. So that's the bad news, I guess. The good news is everything is ready. We have a couple of coins left. We should probably use those to get more water and probably some weapons or whatever you want.
Weapons for the ship or weapons for ourselves.
For ourselves, who knows if we need some, I don't know, long-range weapons or anything. Everything you need to do, you have time to get. If there's anything you wish to buy or take with you, whatever you can find in Type Press.
The provisions that you already bought, do they take into account this longer route?
Yes, everything is. We have supplies even for a round trip. So I've put some supplies in there, many more supplies than we actually need for our journey to the Sable. So if we're in Grand Port, the only thing we should probably resupply would be water and probably some, I don't know, day-to-day sundries. But food we have. And even tools for repairs, we have spare wood, spare planks, rope,
Nope.
chains, everything we need to do repairs.
Deci, am
when
văzut
we go.
câteva documentare despre sail.
Ok. So it's fine. Deci aveți provizii inclusiv if, nu știu, if shit hits the fan, you could probably push it towards the Sable Lands. with the supplies you have. So
I like that.
yeah, but the bad news are you don't have a crew and no one wants to go now.
We will have to crew the ship ourselves.
Yes, with the
I'm
guidance.
fine with that. Are we enough?
Well, yes, you are 5 with me 6, so it should be enough.
Even if we have to do it in 2 shifts. I'm
We'll
assuming
manage
we will
once
sail
we get once we get sailing with the wind. There's nothing really to do. I will man the wheel. Show Agent. Agent also, he's a good sailor, so he knows how to commandeer a ship in my
When you
absence
say
as well.
put us to work, you don't mean actual work, right? I mean, I was under the impression that I could
Well,
just
for you, Echo,
stay
of course,
by the
Echo.
wheel and
You have to scrub the floor every day.
I have a
no,
very,
we have
very
people for that,
important.
right?
We don't. It's us.
I have a very important job for you, Master of Ceremonies. So here, this is a gift for you, Shizdoan Mob. Of course,
Every day.
This is not funny, Moren.
and it's well. I don't want to be funny, but it kind of is.
I have
mean,
scrubbed enough floors in my life. Thank you very much. Never again. I do not actually know a thing about
When did you
sailing.
do that? You're
For free. For exactly 6 years, 6 months, and 23 days. I have scrubbed the floors of the circus and Marco's fucking wagon. So I'm done with floor scrubbing.
It's the
6 years was
natural.
enough. I also took care of the stalls of all the animals, so there was a lot of shit there as well.
This
No.
is not shit. This is salt. If I'm.
Yes, I do not like salt. It makes my hair all curly and fluffy and dry. No, I was under the impression I could just stand, shut acolo spre spate unde e the steering wheel. I could just stand there and watch over all of you, entertain you. Of course, I should do my job, entertain you with stories, where possible, dance. Why not? I can walk the tightrope. I can climb up, down. I can do anything. Just do not make me scrub.
so to let you know, well, on one of my old ships, when someone didn't work and didn't do their work, they didn't.
Yes, but this is
get
our
food.
ship. I own part of this ship, right? We haven't forgotten that,
And
right?
you do want to go to the sailing Granpo.
Yes, and we shall. Yes, you should.
What
be
did you
going
do
to
to
take us
them,
there.
Captain?
Well, it's simple. We wouldn't give them food, and if they were, they would give us a mouth, like our darling Echo here is doing right now. We would chain her to the mast for a day or two, and then they would scrub the
I mean,
floors with no problems.
That
I
would
mean-
be funny.
It would.
I can give you mouth, but not the one you were referring to. If that works as
Right.
well, I do not. I will not scrub the floors. And food I paid for shall be given to me. Thank you very much.
Well,
Where's
we
Carapace? He
do
has the
still
money.
need to
Wait, oh,
find
right.
a job for you to do.
My job is being the master of ceremonies. I already have one, so
Is this beneath you, Echo?
no, I've.
Then what the
I-
fuck are we talking about? Everybody does their part.
Then
You
give
don't
me
have to
something else,
scrub.
not
You don't
scrub.
have to scrub,
floors.
but you'll do something with the sails. I don't know. Climb the sails, tie some knots,
Yeah.
do something. I don't need singing. I need the ship not fucking crash or sink with me on it.
I can use the steering wheel. I know
Are
how
you-
to
Can you?
go left or right.
You can
or
climb.
not,
You can climb
right?
the mast.
How
you
hard
can.
can it
You
be?
can hoist the sails. You can time them up. Whatever.
I do not know what any of that means, but I do not wish to scrub the floors, please.
I will scrub the fucking
I can-
floor, I don't mind.
No, they don't. I do not mean to upset you, my darling Dark Knight. It's just that I was
It does,
under the
it does.
impression that we are here as patrons of this ship, right? Why are we? Can we just hire people for this?
There are no people
The
to
stories-
hire
The
Echo,
stories were.
and everyone needs to
No.
work together for us to get to our destination. You know, it's
Fine,
actually pretty
fine.
hard to own your ship or to be your own patron because you actually need to put in the effort and work. Believe me,
I
I know.
understand that. I was just not. haven't done this before, and scrubbing floors is just out of.
Alright, you don't need to scrub the floors then. It was a surprise.
Yeah, we understand that.
Something else then, please, for me. I shall do my part, do not worry. Moila no, I understand I have to work. I was just hoping that this Charlotte's Remop was not part of it.
Then do something else.
I can do
We
the
find
sales.
jobs for
I
you.
can steam them or whatever it is you said. I can do that. I have
Hoist the sails.
I did my part as a master of ceremonies. I was the leader of a circus, so I know what working for a finale is all about. So I shall do this. What can I do?
Don't worry, I will
Except
explain
looking
everything.
fabulous, of course.
I will explain everything, and I will have my second mate, Agent, who will probably put you to work as well. So, no need to
I can
worry
put
about
others to work. Can't I be that? Can't I be the
Nope.
second maiden or whatever? No? Okay.
Nope. Do you know anything about sailing or ships?
No, but I know how to put others to work.
Right, but
Well, there's competition for that spot apparently.
I will go back downstairs and finish my job. And
Alright, think of something else for me, darling. Think of anything.
when you
anything
guys
else
are
then.
ready to go, we go. Well, this is going to be an amazing journey, Echo. Se duce jos.
Well, that went well, right? I'm sure he
No, it
understood.
didn't.
No, it didn't.
Why you're so
No, it didn't.
headstrong about this? It's just 40 days.
My hands are still scarred from scrubbing for so long. I do not wish to do that ever again. That is why I fought so hard. That is why I became the master of ceremonies. It was one of the reasons to get rid of that fucking brush.
God, Zeko, we have enough gold. We can retire.
That is what I meant. Can't we just hire someone to scrub the floors?
No, I mean, for good.
Retire. Was it?
I have 2,500 gold in my bag. We can live our lives on an island. Like
Yes, but
kings.
yeah.
And sing and dance and master all the ceremonies in the world.
I see what you're doing. Fine,
Yeah.
fine.
Sometimes you have
Yes.
to sacrifice. And we are lucky we have to sacrifice so little right now.
Yes, I understand. Apologies, Renaud. I'm not quite in the best of moods today. It seems I figured the travel back from the cave might help. It didn't. I'm still angry. However, I understand what you're saying. Do not worry. I shall listen to you, as I always do, of course. You know this. So yes, I will be on my best behavior, and if mopping is what I have to do, I guess I will do it. It's not like I will be eaten if I do it wrong. At least that is out of the question here on the ship. So
The boat will rot, I think. I don't know.
yeah. So, but it's okay.
Listen, I was
it's just a
trapped
problem I
on a
have
boat.
to take care of.
I was trapped on a boat
Yes.
on a for some reason, plague. I don't know. We were quarantined, and I had to do
Okay.
this scrubbing and whatnot for a couple of months. It's not that bad.
Okay. So you're saying you do know how to do this better. So maybe you are the best for this job. I see. I shall keep that consideration once I am allotted the position of putting others to work. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Like I said,
I'm glad
I'm in a mood today. I was only joking. I shall do this. Yes, this is all I have to do. I shall do it. I am not in any mortal danger, in immediate mortal danger. No one will eat me if I do it wrong. It is fine. Do this. Yes, thank you. I want to go to Lady Emerald. What are you? Do you want to stay here or do you want to join me?
I'll
I'm
come.
thinking of asking her for, and while we're walking then, I'll tell him I'm thinking of asking her for a bond because she might have some interesting skills that she might be willing to share. Maybe even some that might help us with our new friend, the Guardian, or at least, and keep it a secret, I don't know if this will work, maybe she might be willing to give me that magic that makes those amazing good berries, so we can make tea out of them on our own. That was amazing. That tea was delicious.
Sure. I don't mind.
Okay, so you're saying it's a good idea and I should do it. Okay. I see. I shall listen.
This time, actually, yes.
Mm-hmm. And then, once we're on the ship, I'm also planning on finally allowing our darling Lord Agent to also form a bond with me. I know he's been waiting so patiently. He must be rewarded for the wait time. I'm sure he'd be excited. He must be feeling so left out.
You do have a way of putting things, huh?
I mean,
Interesting.
maybe. If I cannot make myself laugh, who will, right? So.
No. Sounds delusional sometimes.
No. Really?
For me.
No.
Sounds like a coping mechanism for, well, insecurities.
Oh, you do not look my way so clearly. Don't do that anymore. You're
I don't
closer
know.
than you think. But yes, it is. It could be. I've heard it before. It's hard to stop, though. So I'm trying.
No, what a good method of actually getting over your insecurities is doing some honest to God work and scrubbing some fucking floors.
Lasă să-mi se plăștească urechile. I get it. I will scrub the floor. Yes, I will do it. You keep insisting like this. Yes, I will do it. Shall listen to you.
Great.
You are right, though. You are right. You're right, though.
Wheel.
Yes, you're right. Okay, fine. Let's go. Let's see what the others manage to do. As well, I'm sure Kerberos will be thrilled here. I am to scrub the floors of the ship.
Okay, so Kerebus and Orion, you make your way towards Lady Emerald,
Making our way.
and you can see little Raspberry in her new clothes playing and imagining she's this really powerful mage and fighting against Empire soldiers and evil demons, fell demons. And as she sees you, she's really happy to see you, and she like charges you and ca și copii efectiv sare și se prinde de picior. It's been so long! How have you been? Did you find a treasure? Și începe să vorbească și să vă întrebe 15 întrebări pe secundă. Deja trece la următoarea întrebare. What did you see? What did you find? Did you find pirates? Did you find the treasure? What was the treasure like? What did you find in the treasure? Did you find any new plants? După aia te ignoră și trece mai departe la Orion. Orion, did you find new healing spells? Did you see stars? Did you watch the moon?
I did manage to see the stars and the moon as well, of course.
Teach me your spells. I want to heal stuff too. Și te trage după ea să te iasă vă jucați.
Oh, easy there. Can't just teach you something out of the blue. It takes time, but okay.
Just something a little.
You think you can handle Lady Emerald for the time being? I think I am needed here,
He's
Mr.
very needed
Kerebus.
here.
Yeah, let me see. Kiddo, come over here. Come over here. Let me give you. Let old Uncle Kerebus give you something to remember us by.
Oh, Uncle Kerebus, yes. Show me something. Give me something. Do you have a gift for me?
We'll be leaving soon, kiddo. So
Can I have one of
gotta make
those?
sure that.
Can I have
Yeah,
one
sorry?
of those?
What do you want to have?
A stite.
A stite.
Yes, I want to have a stite.
Well, I'm sorry, it only comes in one size, and I'm afraid you have to be about
And
this tall.
I will peer
to be able to
people
hold it.
with it.
But you know what? Hang on. I promise you I'll get back to you on that one. In the meantime, why don't you go around and play with this one? And I take out a bottle with green goo in it, and there's probably a Kuotawa's eyeball in it.
Wow,
It's
that's
green.
so cool.
So whatever you do, don't open it.
will
But a
never.
weird fish guy will jump out.
A
Gonna
fish
shake
guy.
it, and you will see its eyes gonna look at you.
I will never open this. I will cherish this all my life.
Alright. You're gonna wear it around your neck,
Fujian.
but never open it.
Fujian.
Okay,
You'll
alright.
probably open it in the next 30 seconds.
Probably, god damn it.
Of course, of course.
Okay, so you see Lady Emerald smiling, looking at you, sipping from her tea, sitting on her porch, cu o periniță sub fund.
I raised my,
Yes,
My,
it seems
right
that you
corn.
finally came back. So, did you find any treasure?
we did. In more ways than one.
Correct.
More than what we expected, I would say.
More you say, that is very interesting. I do not know what you speak of. Și bea un pic de ceai.
Inside check!
Nici nu trebuie să faci inside check. Nu trebuie să faci inside check. Era pe față.
Oh wow.
So, did you
Fucking
find
Valapel.
any answers that might help you on your journey?
I would say so. Even if others tend to see things differently, and I suppose that's part of life. I did. I got my answers.
Very well. Pigs, take a sit, and a sip as well. Alright,
Sure.
darling,
You got
if
it.
you would be so kind, would you please pour us some more tea?
Lady Emerald, we're about to set off, most likely on the morrow. And it's going to be a long journey. I know if Morin's informed you our destination is, well, just about as far as the horizon goes. We're under the Sere land.
Alright.
And I need something to keep me busy while I'm on the ship. Additionally, it needs to keep my crewmates or my allies safe. So, as usual, I count on some of your herbs if you have any to spare.
I've given you everything that I have at my disposal for now.
Well, you know, the good berries that you usually provide, they'd be a start.
I could give you a few.
A few dozens, right? A few
Yes, of
tens.
course. That's
Tens.
not a problem. But other herbs or plants or such, I have the minimum necessity that I need to brew some of my potions, and that's it.
I see. Not even a couple of ash clovers.
I'm sorry, but I don't have anything at my disposal. I do have a book on other tools. It might come handy if you want to learn something new or a language. I have books as well. If you have time, you could try and learn a new skill or a new language. Why not?
All right, you know what? I'm feeling creative today. Do you have any books on alchemy?
Alchemy. Well, of course, I do have a few books on alchemy. If you would go upstairs, the third chest with the black metal on it, look to the right under... It should be the fourth book, yes. Oh,
Fair enough.
Știe cărțile. Nice.
oh, by the way,
Yeah.
I have a message for you from
Are
Adrian.
3 cărți.
I have a message for you from your friend Adrian.
Is that so? By all means. What does his lordship want to relay?
Well, you should sit down. Because you're not going to like this.
All right. All right, well, best way to deliver bad news is
Yeah.
directly.
Well, I'll wait
So-
for everyone to come. You should go and look for your alchemy book. It's a gift.
Ish.
Just bring me anything, something beautiful from the Sailor Lands if you ever return to Tidecrest.
Most likely be returning. I don't see why not.
I would appreciate it.
I am curious if you may also have knowledge or books or some kind of information about magic that can alter the shape and size of creatures. You seem very well learned, so I'm hoping you can.
I don't have
Provide
any
something.
spells right now that could alter forms like that, but there is the polymorph spell or even the true polymorph spell, which is a very, very powerful spell that can alter a form of some creatures. I believe this has something to do with that guardian, right? That I don't know anything about.
You would
Yes,
have
yes.
guessed correctly, and if hypothetically such a guardian were to be inclined to leave its
Interesting.
ancient place and take a more active role in the world, it would be nice for it to have a way to change its shape, because it is currently unable to leave its lair.
I don't have anything on my person right now that could alter his form, but very interesting that he wants to leave. He's usually very content with the places. And what did you tell him? Never
We told
mind, I
him
don't want
nothing
to
but
know.
the truth, your ladyship.
I don't want to know. If you want to change such a big form, you would need a polymorph or a true polymorph spell. Yes, indeed.
And do you know where one can acquire such?
Ce că cumpărați droguri, man.
If you want such a powerful spell,
Hypothetically, would you know somebody who knows or doesn't know a spell?
I'm sure that in the underground markets in Herminia you could find such powerful spells for a coin.
Romania, that's pretty far up.
Is that the university town?
Or probably in Grandport if you have
No.
the coin for such a
That's
spell. There are
better. That's even in the way.
very prestigious libraries and magical supply shops there, and there are many shops who sell all sorts of magical items and scrolls and potions and everything that your heart desires, but they are usually very expensive. At least a few thousand gold coins for one scroll.
That's a sum. That's
Money is
quite
no
a sum.
problem. Okay.
Money is indeed a problem. Money
I'm not
should
there,
not be
I'm not
used
there.
sparingly. It should be used sparingly. Apologies. Yes, it's quite a sum indeed. But thank you for the information, your ladyship. Good to know
Also-
that in the way. Are you perchance able to perform such?
I'm sorry,
That's just how-
I am not.
I see. All right. Well, it was worth a shot. Well, rest assured, we told the Guardian nothing but the truth.
It is nothing of my business.
Of course, not even the existence of the Guardian
No,
is
no, I
anyone's
do not know
business.
what you speak
It's
of.
completely secret.
What is secret? I've already forgotten, I am very old.
Exactly. Old and wise.
Până
I come back with a book.
Ok, până te duci și cauți The Alchemy Book, The Book on Alchemy, până Orion te duci și pui un pic de ceai și mai povestiți, o să vină și Echo și Reno. Și o să vă zic că Lady Emerald să stați jos, că she has something to tell you.
Okay. Well, it's the right moment. I was actually hoping to have a word with you as well, Lady Emerald. Of course, you go first. I shall wait.
Is this good news, bad news again?
Mostly bad
that's
news.
right.
And it concerns
Oh.
Agent.
This concerns your friend. We've been talking, or let's say he's been talking to me for the last days or so, constantly staying here and talking about his magic, about his role in all of this, about his blood. He opened up to me a bit, and I've listened. He wanted to write a letter to you all, but he then decided not to. In short terms, he left.
What? Apologies. What I meant to say was what?
I do not know exactly what he wishes to do, but something along the lines that this isn't your responsibility. He doesn't want to put you in harm's way because of him. He needs to do this alone. Something like that. And he already left.
A list of people that he wants to kill.
No, I don't know about such lists, but I do know that he already left.
Where did he go? Do you know
That was an idiot.
I'm sorry, but I don't know the details. He would probably go to Grandport or try to find other means to go to the Seyray lands. I'm sure you will meet again at some point in the future, but I tried
Just left without us?
I tried to talk him out of it and told him that it's important to have friends and companions, but this is what he decided. And
right as I was about to offer him the honor. Yes, I know. Muilarestu, I apologies. I'm doing it again. Going right to my typical jokes.
It's back to eating porridge and gruel again, I guess.
Oh shit, you're right. He was our cook. We had the best meals because of him.
And the hut.
He was also supposed to help Captain Mohan navigate us.
Agreed. We're down and out.
Oh, now we really have to listen
Wait.
to Moran.
And now we really
I was hoping
have to buy
aging.
more food.
No, hang on. If push comes to shove, I believe I can find our way to the Fairy Land if memory serves. My first visit to these lands, these fabled
And
lands.
memory
was
serves you when there's only ocean everywhere.
You'd say that, wouldn't you? I was given a choice to go to the Sere by land back when I was just a wee lad, or by sea. And as
Okay.
chance would have it, I chose the sea. So we might still have a chance to find our way to the Sere. Then again, been about, let me think, 28 years.
We need somebody, Carabus, that can tell which way east is on a cloudy night.
That's what I mean. Moran. Now we have to actually listen to him. I was
Yeah,
hoping
but
that
what if
with
something
aging
happens to him?
on our
more?
side.
All right.
Why would something
Well,
happen? He's
I don't know.
What's your suggestion?
He eats a
What's your
bad man and
suggestion? We spread out in town and start scouting the taverns for a navigator.
well, at least till we get to Grandport.
În tight crest, Nema. Dacă vreți, în Grandport, sure. Există.
yeah. We need to get.
Aveți
Or
șanse
at
mai
least
mari
We need
acolo.
to get to Grand.
We have to get Moran to teach one of us how to do it. As fast as he can.
I think maybe Silverash would do it. I know how you navigate
Once in
these
Grandport, I have some contacts if they're still there. I can do this in Grandport. Just getting there is the first hurdle, I guess. Once in Grandport,
Yes.
I
You
don't
should
maybe
still
being
be
a
able
little bit
to-
too pessimistic. Maybe nothing happens to Moran, and
yes, I mean he's a
But-
demon hunter, an ambassador hunter at that. So I'm pretty sure
yeah, but
he has.
even they can get Some
See,
extent.
that's what I'm saying. It's not my problem. Is not that he's not skilled. My problem is that he's an idiot.
Also, he has to sleep at points.
Yes.
We can't
Agreed.
ram the ship into rocks by accident when he's asleep. Somebody has to know.
There are rocks and in the sea. There
He said
the
that
rocks are that big.
we're sailing close to the shore.
I mean, when he needs to sleep, he should just stop the boat, right? The boat can be stopped. A ship.
It's
Whatever. I have no
40
idea.
days sailing non-stop. If we stop it for half the time, it's 80 days.
Hang on. We're not talking about 40 days straight away. How long is it to Grandport?
That's what he said. 40
40
days.
days.
To Grandport alone.
Yes.
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 Well,
Yeah, două luni.
that would give
Oliver.
us some time to learn some new skills. Navigating, cooking.
Oh,
Yes,
right.
start with navigating.
Yes. I mean, wait. You have a point. Orion, darling, you are the star leader. Maybe you can use the stars to. I mean, the stories were also telling that
I
people
agree
use the
with that.
stars to look at sea. I have no idea how this works. I just read. I mean,
Okay.
can't you do that?
You're the
We are
navigator.
weirdly suited to navigate. Also, you have the most
Indeed.
experience in scrubbing floors, so
Wait,
What?
excuse me.
Someone has an aversion to scrubbing floors? Is it still
No. This,
Our experience, of course.
yes, she can teach us. We can learn by observing.
Oh, Echo, you're the master of scrubbing floors, is that it?
yes, apparently I am. Yes, Carabas, apparently I am the master of scrubbing floors, and it is my duty to make sure that the ship is scrubbed,
Clean.
because apparently that is important, or else we will die, or something like that. I have no idea. But yes, that is my job. I shall be the master of scrubbing.
Listen, when there's a storm, if there's icky stuff on the deck, and
Yeah,
you have to
I have to
run,
clean it. I get it.
you
Yes, I
have to run and
yes.
pull a sail. You don't want to slip and fall and break your neck.
But if there's a storm, we are going to go into the ship and wait
die?
until it passes, right? No, I'm. Echo really has no idea how ship works. Just like you go there and then it takes you to a place,
I
right?
mean, nici Renault că el sta pe ramport.
I see.
Yeah, that's quite the problem, quite the predicament. Neither one of us knows how to sail a ship properly.
Nope. Singurul care
You
știa.
know, however,
Pleacă. Nu mai vine.
So if we can't find anybody, and we'll assume that Captain Morgan tried to find people and couldn't while we were away,
Yes,
You will have
they
to
give him
teach
enough
us.
money, so
how to not crash the ship. So
good thing that the Indigo
no
deal
crash the
is
ship. You can,
is. I'm sure we can do this. I mean, you three are all very strong. If there needs to be like something to be done, you can do that. And I should scrub the floors. I get it. I will do this. I can also, now that Agent is, retired for a bit, I can steer the ship, if that is thing. If Orion can tell me which direction I should go, I can do that as well.
I haven't thought about my ability serving in this way, but if they do, then I will do my utmost best to get us safely and efficiently.
Make no mistake, Silver. If you really want to do the heavy lifting, by all means, be my guest.
No. I mean, that is as I was saying, you cannot do the heavy lifting, and I shall scrub the floors, make it sure that you won't slip and die, because apparently that can happen on a ship. Who knew? Am I to assume that I will look at Lady Emerald, that our darling Lord Agent didn't leave anything behind for us? I mean, why would he?
Nope.
He needs his thing. Yeah, of course, Of
Nope.
course.
Not from the bloody flint. Nothing.
Was it
Alright.
something I said? I don't know. And I was just about to ask him.
I am surprised and saddened by this news, but ultimately he is his own man and we cannot force him to stay with us. I do hope, though, that
Well said, Orion.
our paths cross again.
He seemed
Yes.
very intent on killing those people from his list. And
My problem is, I don't know, something must have happened. Something must have happened. We all were on the agreement that we're each other's best bet, and I haven't really changed my mind.
Yeah, same. Exactly. That's. I'm worried. I'm actually worried.
Something must
We
have
are
happened.
followed,
He
we
must
are-
have heard something. He must have
Why
caught
now?
wind
Why?
of someone.
Maybe
He
someone
might have acted
knew, yeah.
rashly.
Yeah, but he left word. He told Lady Emerald he was. Well, be that as it may, we are sure to meet him in Sere, right? At some point, we know who he is. He is important. We have to get there. That is still our mission. Agreed. So
yeah,
we need to go, and we will find him if he wants us to find him at some point. Because he will not be. I'm sure he will not be taken down, even if he left like this. He can take care of himself.
actually, I won't say convinced, but I think Morgan's gonna take this worse than we did.
Probably.
Yeah, he was really counting on Adrian's help.
Guess we just have to make do.
Should I just give this code? Or should I just give the code to Moran then? To appease him if he's really, really upset?
What coat?
The code I was supposed to give to Adrian. You have it. I mean, you know what code. It's in your bag.
Oh, that coat.
Yeah. I also have the really fancy hat, but I was going to keep that for myself. I may be scrubbing floor, but I still want to look fabulous by doing it, so.
You can keep the coat, I think.
Why you think Moran won't like it?
Damn.
With them. Sure. All
Lady
right.
Emerald, how much for this book?
I told you, if you find anything useful and interesting, bring me some trinkets from the Siri land.
Sere lands.
Yes.
All I have currently with me, and I've been lugging them around for quite some time, are these here shells from the shores of the
I
Sere.
have enough shells.
All right.
If you
Fair
find
enough.
some interesting herbs or anything, some pearls or some sake or some, I don't know, a beautiful young and strapping Sere no Yaiba, Lalafell preferably.
And you've never been to the Sere, right?
Do you want us to bring you back a person?
It was a joke.
Interesting. For someone who's never been to the Sere, you seem to be quite knowledgeable.
I am, ain't I?
Inside check.
Yeah, inside check, sure, bro. I
That's
see.
inside check,
no.
It's bullshit.
She has at least 3 books in her house.
Yeah.
I mean, nu pot să vă zic exact dacă a fost sau n-a fost. E posibil să fi fost. She's seen some shit in her
Da.
life. She's really old.
Of course. Certainly. We're most definitely going to bring you 5 Sere no Yaiba. There's like a lot of them everywhere
I
around
only
every
need
single
one.
corner.
It's fine. It was a joke. Just bring me something nice.
Something nice I can promise. Lady Emerald.
All right. I guess this is goodbye, or see you later. Probably in a few years, if I'm still around.
I've got a good feeling you'll still be around back when we come for another visit. It was a pleasure. Your tea is delicious, and pretty certain your good berry saved our lives. on more than one occasion.
Safe travels, trailblazers.
Thank you for everything, Lady Emerald.
You're welcome.
One thing I want to give to Raspberry, if I haven't already, and if I did, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I want to give her my old divination deck because I got a new mint one from
Momoka.
Momoka, and I know it's very personal, but that's all the more reason I want her to, because I can see her potential in getting started on a path towards astrology, and I wanted to give her something more personal. It's also like a way for me to accept and let go of the past, and also pass on a symbolic passing on a torch to a younger generation.
Okay. Okay.
And
I'll explain this.
she's there. How old do you know? Not the younger generation, it's a younger generation, doesn't matter how old you are, right?
I'm 30 something, so, and my birthday is coming up, so guess that's also giving me another reason to be more
Știți ce o să fie fain?
contemplative.
Numai așa o chestie, că am calculat un pic. Ați ajunge aproape de Revelion în Grandport în joc. Aproape de anul nou.
Nice.
Okay.
Am putea face Grandport de Revelion, da.
Festival
Eu mă
stuff.
refer și în real life,
Da.
dar și în joc.
Și
Da,
eu
da.
zic, am fi acolo.
Da.
Okay.
Ar fi tematic, ar fi super.
Da. Și așa o să și facem.
Nice.
Ok.
Okay.
Îi dai your divination, the deck of 60, this legendary deck to Raspberry, holding so many memories from your family, your grandmother, your clan, your tribe, and that powerful astromancy magic, that divine magic that was given to you mortals by the dragons themselves. And with that, you take your leave. You leave Raspberry, the Adventurers Guild, and Lady Emerald behind. You leave Tightcrest behind, and your friend who knows where he is, what happened, what determined him to leave Tightcrest before you. Is he going to go to the Seiray? Is he going to go to the Grandport? Is he going to try to kill someone from his list? No one knows right now. If this is everything you want to do in Tightcrest, then we can hop on the ship, on the Raspberry.
One other thing.
Okay.
I would on occasion like to keep a lookout for the girl, for Fern.
Ok, make a perception check. Echo, mai vrei să-ți faci bandul cu...
Este, așteptam să, înainte să plecăm, să rămân eu să zic asta.
Ok, putem să facem bondul. It will work and you will get a bond with Lady Emerald, and I will give you your 2 spells and your pet action.
Yes.
Mai încolo o să ți le asta. Spellurile o să ți le pot adăuga acum, ca să vezi ce spelluri și așa o să ai.
Before I make the bond, would I be able to tell her that I'm wishing for a specific spell of skill?
Nu merge așa.
Skill,
It doesn't work like that.
I know, but I will try.
Da, nu, din păcate nu merge așa. Dar you will get this.
Unde mă uit, că nu știu, tu zici this, dar nu știu unde să mă uit.
And this.
Ok.
Stai să văd un pic. Că trebuie să fie
Just,
același level.
Just nod if you see Goodberry.
Aștept să văd, nu știu unde să mă uit. Să văd, mă uit la, nu. Character...
Stai că le aveam notat, stai un pic. Unde-s?
Blink twice for Goodberry.
Yeah, exactly. Which I will use inspiration for this perception roll.
Ok,
Just
imediat,
with
nu un
ground.
pic, stai că... Să mă uit un pic la asta.
Really want to find her, huh?
Ce?
You want to
You
see
really
if she's
want to...
stabbing us in the back or something.
Try raging out Phoenix.
Wait, I don't... Da, e posibil. God damn it, nu. Nu, uite, nu prea, nu. 13. Orice, it's just... O să găsesc ferici. That's it. I'm gonna actually find real ferns. Like the plant.
I don't think you will, because there was a tsunami in this bitch.
Try?
I think ferns are dead.
Incredibil. Am dat 1, după aia am dat 2. What the fuck?
Așa, și ăsta. Stai că nu-l găsesc aici. Să nu fie aici. Cred că trebuie să ți-l fac eu dacă nu e.
Lightning. Or...
Deci, nu există spellul ăsta aici. O să trebuiască să ți-l fac eu.
Ok.
Da, una dintre spelluri e Goodberry.
Dude, Goodberry tea for everyone! All the time.
Deci tu încastezi odată pentru un potion, de fiecare dată când zic.
Da, sigur.
Așa, și o să-ți scriu eu manual, o să ți-l adaug, o să-i zic acum.
I would say manners. Ia uite, fain.
Alright? Sure.
No.
So that's how it's gonna be.
For a while. Wait, your first level spell? Dar eu trebuie să casez la level 4. Ai de cap, trebuie să consum un spell slot pentru asta. Sure.
Normal. Asta zic. 1 pentru 10, un spell slot pentru 10 bucăți. Și 10 bucăți între pentru un potion.
Tu poți să faci 40 cu un singur spell.
Dar nu scrie că se scale-ui up spell-ul, aia e problema.
Stai să văd.
Înțelegi? Măcar decât ar scale-ui up, știi?
Da.
Odată faci 10 numai.
Odată faci 10. Și asta știu. Atât,
Păi da, dar eu le castez numai de level 4, aia zic. Deci o să fie de level 4, dar o să dea numai 10 Goodberry.
Da, așa este.
Bombă calorică.
It doesn't scale. Nu contează la ce level ăsta, you make 10 berries.
Și ce e asta?
Bombă calorică, chestiile alea. Deci unul
Nu e pe forge.
potion.
Nu e pe forge.
Nu l-ai făcut încă?
Da, e foarte
Asta
interesant spell-ul. Dacă vrei poți să ți-l citesc ce face. E foarte interesant.
Da, citește-mi măcar. Da.
Stai să-ți spun un pic. So, Wild Cunning.
Yes.
Un action
Okay,
120 feet, instantaneous, verbal și somatic. You call out the spirit of nature to aid you. When you cast this spell, choose one of the following effects. 1. If there are any tracks on the ground within range, you know where they are and you make a wisdom survival check to follow this track with advantage for 1 hour or until you cast this spell again. 2. If there is edible forage within range, you know it and where to find it. 3. If there is clean drinking water within range, you know it and where to find it. 4. If there is suitable shelter for you and your companions within range, you know it and where to find it. Send the spirits to bring back wood for a fire and to set up a camp in the area using your supplies. The spirits build the fire in a circle of stones, put up tents, unroll beds, and put out any rations and water for consumption. Sau ultima, have the spirits instantly break down a campsite, which includes putting out the fire, taking down tents, packing up bags, and burning any rubbish.
See? So putting others to work, like I glumesc. This is very much up my alley, very hunterish, but very also master of ceremonies, but also very Rea Silva coded, so I like it. I like it, but I hate it, but I like it.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So Wild Cunning și
On the Mia movies.
Goodberry.
Yes.
So you will have spirit minions pe care îi pui să facă sau să break camp.
Yes.
Sau te ajută să găsești apă, mâncare, chestii de genul ăsta.
Da, asta e bun, că oricum
Following.
mi-e plăcea asta să fac cu survival, că aveam the hunter
Yeah.
things, dar da. Asta e faină.
Pentru fiecare
Și nici asta nu se scale-uie. Nici asta nu se scale-uie la level 4.
Nu.
Nu, că n-are, normal.
Nu. Nu se scale-uie, nu.
It's a quasi page in replacement spell? No, come on.
E un pic.
Un pic
E un
mai utility-based, dar e fain că îmi trebuia și asta, era fain, mai ales acum. Ok, nu suntem atâta pe on land și tot, dar numai bine mergem cu vaporul și numai bine o să pot să castez de Goodberry spell, că n-am ce să fac altceva, deci o să fie bine. But we have to talk about that.
A suggestion, dacă aveți, vă iau 100 de zile să învățați un tool sau un skill care e ușor de învățat. Orice chestie care e mai complexă durează mai mult, dar e un proces and you can start on it. E adevărat că o să aveți diferite chores de făcut pe ship, dar mult timp o să stați și nu o să aveți nimic de făcut. Deci, it's a good time for you to start learning a new skill or language or a tool proficiency.
I will get back to my sketching. I also fac de coordinates, am good.
Ok.
Da, zi, scuze.
Does alchemy fit that description?
Alchemy e complexă, deci nu o să reușești. Niciun skill sau un language sau așa nu-l înveți în 40 și ceva de zile, but it's a process. Pe urmă, dacă mai aveți, nu știu câte luni, 3 luni sau ceva de genul ăsta până în serie, o să mai poți continua cu skill-ul și la un moment dat you can learn. Alchemy, it's a complex science, or whatever it is. Pseudoscience.
I'm dedicated.
Da,
I
poți
want
să
to
încerci.
learn why she was mocking herbalism.
Există
Openly.
inclusiv half proficiency. Deci...
No half. We don't do half.
Păi, la un moment dat, when you're hitting that half mark.
Okay. Deci, okay. That's good. Da, să ajungem până acolo. It's fine.
Ok, so for you, ca să știm așa, you have your alchemy book. Și restul vă mai gândiți, dacă e un tool sau un proficiency or a language that you want to learn, or uite, de exemplu, dacă dintre voi vrea să învețe Proto or Steren, Orion poate să înceapă să învețe să citiți și să scrieți Proto or Steren, or another language. I don't know, the Sere, for example, Sarian. Or another...
Oh my god, I'm the teacher? You're gonna ask me to teach you Sere? God damn.
Yes.
So that could also...
Era unul dintre planuri pentru the ship ride. Eu chiar aveam de gând să-l întreb și pe tine și pe Eugene, să o pun pe amândoi să ne învățați niște cuvinte măcar.
First word. Kotowaru. Which means I refuse.
Ok, guys. So, ți-ai făcut bondul. O să scriu și ce-ți primești de la
Action.
de la Path Action Echo. E pretty cool. It's a pretty cool ability pe care
Știi deja? Te-ai gândit deja?
Da, o știu. Practic, în momentul în care faci un atac, deci trebuie să faci un atac, like a melee attack or something like that, a range attack, dar nu spell. Deci trebuie să ataci. Poți, ca reaction, să-i dai unui aliat în 10 feet care știe cantrip-uri să casteze un cantrip.
Instant, așa, să castezi, adică?
Da, poți să-i dai oportunitatea ca reaction să casteze un cantrip în tura ta.
Pe cam toți știm să castăm cantrip-uri, nu? Stai, se pune, nu? Și la Renault, de exemplu, nu?
Cine are cantrip-uri? Renault cred că are cantrips. Toll the Dead, dacă nu mă înșel.
Că Orion știu că are.
Am un cantrip.
No, ai Toll the Dead, deci poți casta Toll the Dead. Orion poate casta Guidance, tu ca ăsta, știi? Deci, dar trebuie să faci un atac. Trebuie să faci un atac.
Da.
So it's pretty...
Dar deja să-l activezi înainte ca un action sau cum e?
Păi, e tot pet action. Pentru următoarea oră l-activezi ca un buff și pentru următoarea oră, când faci un atac, poți în 10 feet de cineva ca reaction să...
De fiecare dată poți să fac asta, aia zic.
Da, dar îți consumă reaction, deci e pe rundă.
Da, dar îmi consumă și mie reaction-ul meu?
Păi îți consumă reaction-ul tău ca să-i dai persoanei respective cantrip.
Am înțeles, ok. Interesant, e fain.
Da, se cheamă Mana Font, ceva de genul ăsta.
Orion știu că are de altceva dacă... dacă și Renault are, că... Nu. E bine de știut.
Cum?
Tu n-ai chiar răbus, așa? N-ai, ce treabă ai tu? Tu ai coasă, lasă-i.
Că o să-ți scriu și o să-ți adaugă pet action-ul ăsta la tine la pet action.
Da, ok, bine.
Ok. Și cu asta cred că e ok să ne oprim aici, să ne urcăm cu toții pe... Vă urcați, de fapt, pe The Raspberry. Ești și eu acolo cu camera. And you begin your long journey towards Grandport that will take about 43 days. if the weather is alright. Și
Da.
ne oprim aici.
Da.
Ok.
O să opresc imediat înregistrarea dacă mă lasă mouse-ul ăsta. Mai un pic. Bye.